Welcome to a cozy, sophisticated Saturday. Today I'm kind of hanging out at my lounge set. We are going to do a few different cozy self-care type things, but mostly it's just a sophisticated Saturday over here as usual. But I'm starting off by making myself a matcha latte, one of my favorite things to do. I make these probably every other day or so. They're so delicious. I use oat milk usually and matcha powder, sometimes a little bit of honey, and then I also add in some hot water because I feel like I don't need the whole thing to be milk. Use my favorite milk frother. I also grabbed a cup of yogurt topped with my favorite granola right now. It is this granola. It's a berry granola from Thrive Market. I think it might be a Thrive exclusive, but I do still have that discount if you are interested in getting 40% off your first grocery order with Thrive Market. I have had like ups and downs with them, but have kept up my membership and have been doing monthly grocery deliveries and have truly really enjoyed it. I've just figured out what works for us from there. When I'm looking for healthy pantry staples, it is 100% the place that I go. They price match things. So if you're worried that you would be overspending using them, they make sure that you don't, because there is a membership fee. But if you don't save more than your membership fee, they actually refund you that amount. So they guarantee that you're not wasting your money signing up for their subscription model. You can always skip a grocery order or move it up or move it back or anything like that. It's really, really flexible, just as long as you log into your account and do that. So you'll see, I'm still just kind of taking it slow this morning. I was watching a new movie on Netflix. At least I think it's new. It was popular on Netflix, and I want to say it was called like The Players or something. I'm probably just butchering what it's called, but it's with Gina Rodriguez, who was on Jane the Virgin, which I liked watching a lot. So I thought I would just watch this movie while I painted my nails, enjoyed my matcha latte, and had my yogurt with granola, which was a very relaxing way to start the day. Jim was golfing today where my mother-in-law lives, and father-in-law. So he took Owen to be with Nana and Papa, and I just have Henry today. He is down for his first nap of the morning, which gives me this time to do a little bit of self-care, which is very, very nice. It almost feels like a normal weekday, even though it's Saturday, but regardless, I'm enjoying it and getting that little extra time with one kid instead of two and slowing it down a bit. Now, this might not seem like self-care, but I'm going to put this in the category of self-care because doing things that you enjoy and nourish your soul, I think is complete self-care. It doesn't always have to be painting your nails or doing a face mask or getting in a bubble bath or getting a massage for it to be self-care. Just simply taking the time to do things that you enjoy counts in my book. And one of the things that I enjoy the most is baking. I love to cook too, but baking is really one of my favorite things, and I am baking something savory. I am going to be making crackers from scratch. Never done this, had this recipe that I found, and never really had the time for it. Really funny, my brother and sister-in-law and my two nephews FaceTimed me while I was in the middle of making these crackers when they were in the oven, and I was asking them what they were doing with their day. They asked me and I said, "Oh, you want to see what I'm doing?" And I opened the oven and said, "Look, I'm making crackers from scratch. I'm making homemade crackers." And my sister-in-law's response was so funny. She said, "You know you can buy those from the store, right?" And I just laughed. Like, everyone is so different. But I had a lot of fun making these, and I was in love with them. I thought they were so good. I didn't really think they were going to be that great because actually I did try making like a form of a cracker once before. It was a toddler recipe, and it was supposed to be crackers for Owen when he was a little bit younger. I found it on a toddler food blog. They honestly were kind of squishy and not great. These were so crispy and delicious. It almost had like that puff pastry feel to it. It was buttery and delicious, and the seeds on it, oh, so good. You have to try this if you have time to be making your crackers from scratch, which I understand that most people do not. Henry woke up for a little bit. We were playing, I fed him, I changed his diaper, and now he is on his play mat while I clean up the living room because wow, it's a disaster, but honestly not as bad as it typically is. Just need to get those pillows and blankets mostly put away. It's crazy how just a few pillows out of place and blankets thrown about can make a space look like a mess, and it takes, I don't know, 60 seconds to get it all cleaned up, and then things feel so much better. Okay, so after the dough chilled into the refrigerator, I am going to put it on my parchment paper and roll it out so it's the proper size. I have a ruler that I use specifically for baking, so I have my ruler that I'm measuring, making sure I'm getting it to be the right size, and I realized I should be using my rolling pin where you can change the depth of things that you are rolling out to make sure it's completely even. It's one of my favorite tools for baking, so versatile, and you can take the ends completely off if you just want it to be a plain rolling pin, but if not, it will help you to make sure it is nice and even. Once that was the right size, I needed to put it into the freezer, and while it hardened a bit in the freezer, I'm going upstairs. I need to take off my duvet cover and give that a wash, as well as my sheets. There is a lot of spit up in our bed because Henry is sleeping right next to me, and I change him in the middle of the night on our bed. Yes, I use a changing pad, but things happen. Spit up goes farther than you expect, or it happens when you don't expect it. So I got some stain spray, and I'm actually going to spray it on the duvet while it's still on, because I think I kind of know where the stains are, and when it's nice and spread out this way, I can see the stains a lot better. So I'm going to spray that. I'm also going to spray down my pillowcase. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, if I wash my face, if I use eye makeup remover, there's always still like a little bit of mascara that will sometimes get on my pillow, as well as the area of the sheets where I sleep. There's just like little black marks sometimes, and this stain remover is the best for it. I've tried so many things to get rid of the black mascara marks, but this stain remover is one of my favorites. So I did the same thing, sprayed it while it was still on the bed, and I knew exactly where it was. And then I'm going to strip the sheets and get that in the wash. I'm just loading all of that up into the washing machine, and I'm going to break out a few new washing products also from Thrive Market. Didn't really think about how there are multiple Thrive Market purchases in here. The first thing I'm using is a natural bleach tab. It's not actual bleach, but it's like a bleach alternative. And so I am using white sheets, so I'm going to give that a try this time. Like that it's in a tab, so it's not a splash situation with something that could stain. And then I just used the lavender Rosy suds. The Rosy brand is another Thrive Market exclusive. I like a lot of their cleaning products. Their laundry products are great. I just have never tried their liquid before. I've tried their powder before. So this is my first time trying their liquid, and I love using a lavender scent with sheets and towels. Now it's time to measure out the crackers. I am using that ruler, making little lines, trying to figure out 1.25 inches apart. on both directions and just slicing that slab into nice little square crackers. Once I got those perfectly sliced, I'm going to sprinkle over my poppy seeds as well as sesame seeds and Parmesan cheese before putting it in the oven to bake. One of my favorite self-care things is planning. I love going through my planner. I love feeling organized about the week and month and even year ahead. I just like knowing what's going on and having it all set up in front of me. I am a combo person. I do both paper planning and electronic. So I do a lot of shared calendars and doctor's appointments and things like that are really set in stone appointments in my digital calendar. That way I can also see quickly at a glance if I'm out and about and don't have my planner with me. I can see it on my phone. Jim and I share that. He can see what's going on. He can add things so I know what's going on with his calendar, etc. But when I am planning like social media stuff, which I'm doing right now, I'm planning out my YouTube videos, my to-do list type stuff, more free-flowing thoughts of what's going on a week-by-week basis. That is where my paper planner comes in. I do also add in, like if I'm going to be out of town and we have a trip, sometimes I'll add in appointments into that calendar, but I live for the combo. The crackers were done. Look how beautiful and golden brown they are. I let them cool for a minute and then I am just going to put them into my glass food storage container, and when the boys come home from golf, they are going to enjoy some fresh homemade crackers. Some of the sheets were done. I was able to put the fitted sheet on, sort of. I usually have Jim's help for this. Our mattress is so stinking heavy. I don't know if it's all king mattresses or just ours, but like I can barely lift the corner up. And if you saw that corner go up kind of high and you're like, yes, you can. I had my full knee and almost like body weight under there to try and get it just even slightly lifted. And when Jim came home, he was like, oh, wow, you did it all on your own. Great job. And then he saw his side of the bed and was like, oh, I might have to retuck this side in because I didn't do such a great job. But he helped out when he got home. The duvet cover is still in the dryer, so I'm just going to get it set up for once it's all done, and I can probably wait for Jim on that one to help me. This area does not get a lot of use, so it is dust bunny central. I just grabbed my Bona mop. It's so easy to quickly mop a space and get rid of those dusty corners. That's really what I needed to do up here, and while I'm at it, even though it was just that desk corner that I was really noticing was bad, I am just going to do the rest of the wood floors here. Keep on going, might as well do the laundry room, and that is pretty much it for the day. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I encourage you to do a little bit of self-care, whatever that looks like for you, and until next time, I will see you all later.